What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with an Azorius Tempo deck. And, you know, over the last, I don't know, I want to say at least 6 months, there's been the obvious ones that you could definitely call this as a type of deck. And very obviously, at the top of that list, we have Azorius Soldiers with some flash threats. I'm thinking Zephyr Sentinel, the Resolute Reinforcements, and, you know, the counter spells that kind of go with that type of a strategy. We can definitely include in that list of, you know, decks that fall under that archetype that have existed over the last sort of 6 months or so. One of my personal favorites, Illuminator Virtuoso type of a deck with, a lot of these Save My Dudes spells. But been sort of waiting for something new, kind of similar to that, to appear. And it did seem at some point as though Wizards was pushing a Knights deck in those colors. Especially considering the fact that we got the invasion of, isn't it Phyrexia, with the, it's the X blue-white, makes a bunch of knights and then transforms into Teferi when you, get the defense counters off of the invasion. But it never quite took off. However, now the sets come out, Wilds of Eldraine, and even more sort of knight support in those colors has come out. And so I've continued to try and make a decent sort of Azorius Tempo knight tribal deck over the last few weeks. And I feel like I finally may have cracked it. A couple of really sweet victories now in testing. So that's why I've decided to give it a try and hit record. Hopefully no cases of streamer's curse. But now that the introduction is out of the way, without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew. Night Vertex. But feast your eyes. Couple of real interesting choices, I think, and I'm here to prove my case. Interesting choice number one, Xerex, the Strobe-Knight. It's just a 3-mana 2/2, but it's got flying and vigilance. And if you've cast more than 2 spells in a turn, you can tap it to create an additional 2/2, the typical March of the Machine Knight token, which is a 2/2 Azorius, blue and white, Knight creature with vigilance. And, we've got quite a few ways of doing that. Most important way, number one, I just mentioned it in the introduction, the Invasion of New Phyrexia with Teferi, Akosa of Zhalfir. On its, backside. This is going to be probably our main, this is, I would say, close to the strongest card in the deck. And, you top deck this in the late game after a sweeper, and you can just remake a bunch of, put a bunch of new bodies on the battlefield. And the fact that the emblem that we'll get with the Teferi remains, there's no way of interacting with emblems. So any kind of knight that we top deck or cast or get later after a sweeper or whatever will continue to have the +1/+0 and Ward 1, which is fantastic. Those are kind of like key takeaways from the more sort of March of the Machine-y stuff. Of course, you're playing Adeline, which is way back from Crimson Vow. I beg your pardon, even Midnight Hunt. Because she's a knight. And if only the little tokens she pooped out were knights as well, but, still a ridiculous card. It's legendary, though, so I've dropped it to 3 to make space for 1 Invasion of Belenon. Just wanted to give this one a try. It does make a creature, a 2/2 when it enters the battlefield, but it does have 5 defense counters. We may end up just cutting this, even though the backside is an Anthem effect, which is quite nice, considering, with the minus from the Teferi, the fact that we're running the Knight Lord in the deck, the Marshal of Zhalfir. We might be able to flip this into the Belenon War Anthem. It's quite nice to have that many anthems, but 5 defense counters is quite a lot for just that, This, the Invasion of New Phyrexia has 6, but you get a Planeswalker out of it. So I don't know. This is the one card I'm a little bit on the fence about. We might just go back to the full playset of Adeline because it's that good. What else? Just important to note, like, because I was struggling. I was initially playing with this one. I tried all sorts of different options, but I also played with, where is it? Here, the Knight of Dawn's Light with the first strike. Was also not terrible, honestly. And you could, like, pump it when you know, it's a little bit of a mana sink. But I ended up settling for the Ambitious Farmhand instead because I was struggling to get to, you know, I want to make sure that I get to my 5 lands every game consistently because of, you know, Virtue of Loyalty, which I'm getting to. Ambitious Farmhand was just a nice way to quickly go and get the lands that we needed to do so. And then you'll notice that the backside, the Seasoned Cathar, is a knight. So, like, just so many cool things about this, because then later in the game you can transform it into a knight. It'll gain all of the benefits that we have in this deck of being a knight, and it has lifelink, which is, you know, helps against aggro and whatnot. So, Ambitious Farmhand was the go. I think interaction-wise, there's no surprises here. Initially, there was just 4 Fateful Absence, 4 Make Disappear, and I just did something that I've been doing lately just to slightly diversify. Cut 1 of each and put in 1 Negate, 1 Destroy Evil. Then, new cards. Werefox Bodyguard. It's a knight, and it's playing the same role as a Brutal Cathar, essentially, right? But nice. We have a knight that can do Brutal Cathar things. It's, you know, very much like in the Soldier deck, you're playing full playset of Brutal Cathar. Here we're playing the Knight deck. We're playing a full playset of the Werefox Bodyguard, which is very similar card, except it's got flash, and it doesn't go to night and day and all that stuff, but essentially a very, very similar card. So I'm gonna stick with this one. Don't forget, it can be used to save your own stuff in a pinch. You know, your opponent targets it, you flash in the Werefox, you know, put your own creature underneath him, and then you can sack it and gain 2 life and get your creature back, or, you know, later, you know, you can block aggressively with the bodyguard and then, you know, have it die in combat and then get your thing back, whatever the case might be. It's just something that needs to be mentioned. Alternate win con, number 1, Invasion of Xerex. When it enters the battlefield, you can bounce something, which is pretty cool. Return up to 1 target creature to its owner's hand. That can just sometimes just win me the game outright. Like, they have that one blocker that they were relying on to block Adeline, and you bounce it and then swing, game over. But it's got a much lower defense. Ultimately, I might even cut this and put in an additional invasion, because it's quite easy to flip this with the 4 defense counters. And then when it flips, you get this flying threat. So not only do we have Xerex over here, we've also got the Invasion of Xerex, which gives us this Angel Knight, and its power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. So you can imagine we're going a little bit wide with all of our tokens, from Invasion of Phyrexia to the Adeline. You know, everything's, even our Virtue of Loyalty, we're trying to go a little bit wide. This could be a pretty massive creature that, you know, next, if they don't deal with immediately, will win the game in the air the following turn. So nice. And then, of course, the final new card from the new set, and another good reason to be trying Knights again, is the Virtue of Loyalty, arguably the best of the virtues. I still think it is the best one. Black one's probably second. I don't know. I'd leave that up to you guys in the comments. But we all know what this one does by this point. This can just spiral out of control. Every end step, untap all your stuff. Plus, we've already got Vigilance on everything, so it doesn't even really matter. They just get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's nice. And that's the deck. Mana base wise, couple of Secluded Courtyards, because we've got mostly Knights. Otherwise, the rest is sort of stuff that makes sense, right? 24 lands in total. I thought, you know, even though the curve does go up to 2.7 because of the Virtue, like, this is really most of the time just going to be a 2-drop when we flash in the little Knight token. So, yeah, 24 lands is more than enough. And let's jump and do some games. Sorry for the long-winded BrewTech this time around, but it's a. I'm really hoping, because the other blue-white tempo type deck that I was thinking was, and I was talking about a lot during Wilds of Eldraine spoiler season, was going to be the one with the you know, what's her name? Hilda, the Ice Queen lady, and we will be tapping down opponents' things. And I still need to kind of give that another good old-fashioned try, but everything up until now hasn't been really that fantastic. Great hand, honestly. What could be their 2-drop? Fine, let's just play out this, get some more mana, so we can get to turn 4 invasion, like, make those 2. Okay, nice, nice. I see this, I'm thinking definitely some... Oof. Okay, I think at this point we're going to flash in the Virtue. Flash in. Or, and hold up, make disappear for the... You know, it might be the... Okay. Okay. I was expecting, what's her face? Glissa. Nice. Nice that he attacks. Oof, a nice top deck. Because now this... Whew. This will mean we can actually, if with one more land, we can play this and transform the farmhand. We'll have Coven. But yeah, there's probably a pretty high chance that the opponent's going to go for some busted stuff now. At 4 mana, could be Shieldred, could be anything. Ooh, nice lands. Nice lands. Opponent had nothing. Ooh. This is an important moment of truth. Let's go for the Marshal, I would say. Marshal into... Now, let's hold that up. Let's pretend we have something. That sucks. That truly sucks. Alright, so I guess not. I'm not attacking. I'm gonna try and pretend I have something. Let's one go for the throat down. Poor Marshal. Aha! That's a bad news. Make a 4/4. Okay. He can just do the minus, but that's kind of what I'm trying to bait out here. I'd rather he minuses this than pluses it again, because now we're reaching... these things are scary, mate. Or he's got Tear Asunder in hand, and he goes for the, you know, plus still, and that would be bad. Bad. Okay? Okay, cool.
Enough resistance.
Please don't have the removal. Of course he does. Okay. That's actually fine. I mean, it's been a lot nicer. Let's get rid of this damn Nissa. And then we've got the massive invasion next turn. What? What? What are the chances of that? That was top decked. And like in this deck, I was not expecting that at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bazonk! Another card I haven't really played with, but one that I kind of looked at and I was like, okay, I'm waiting for Ixalan. Okay. He swings. What a noob. Oh, that's not a good idea, mate. Oh, Top Deck City, baby! Top Deck City! Why are you giving me the good game? 5 times 3, 15? Yeah, I think we can just swing, no? Come on, baby. Knight Tribal. Let's make this a thing in best of one, please. I'm in the mood for some new decks in the meta. You know, it's up to us, the player. I think there's still plenty of decks that just like could be up there in the tiers, but just people are too lazy to try. And, you know, I guess, I mean, I wonder. Sometimes I wonder. Like, the chances that this deep into a format, like, you know, a Wilds of Eldraine's been out for enough time for there to be nothing new left to discover, because there's so many people attacking that problem from the moment that the set's available, you know? So, like... But I still believe that there's, it's not possible, even though the community's so big and everybody's trying to solve standard, I still think there's always a bit of room for innovation, no matter what, at almost any point in the format. Dark. Ooh, I should have played the Seachrome. Oh, that's fine. Next turn. Dark Voodoo. I'll have some. Oh, ooh, interesting. My night is better than your night. This is going to be a nice little curve. Turn 4, Invasion. Turn 5, Virtue. Yeah. I guess he's just going to go removal, attack. And I might even block, honestly. Yeah, I might. Clear his board, because, you know, the... Ooh. Oh, I would have kept that, mate. I so would have kept that. The same name. Oof. You should have kept that Legions to Ashes, my friend. Ooh, okay. I have no idea what's going on now. I'm assuming he's going to go grab another Legions to Ashes. Like, that would be my first guess. But it could just be like a Shieldred or something silly, and then I can just flash in the Bodyguard. Ooh, even better. Nice. Cool. Now I'm gonna get my ward on. Skadoosh. Well, I could draw some cards. I feel like I could totally just draw 2, then discard 2, unless you discard a creature. Nah, let's get some ward, so we can maybe ever so slightly protect the Werefox here. But black and white, I'm expecting, unfortunately, damn sweepers and whatnot. At least we can, you know, gain some life. He could have the follow-up Path of Peril, no? Okay, so obviously the Teferi getting slammed. That's fine. Top Deck City, baby. 2 of you there. 1 of you here. Let's go. Finally getting to showcase the Paladin over here. You better have Sunfall, my friend. Well, actually, I really hope that you don't, because that would suck. But otherwise, you know, imagine I had Make Disappear or Negate in hand, which is, you know, the whole point of having this type of a tempo deck, but I haven't had a chance to fire one off when necessary. Okay, so Edgar's back. We've even got the bounce spell. I mean, I think 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, we're 1 short. So can I both bounce this for 4? No. Okay, that sucks. So then it has to be this win con. Let's play this as a land. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A swing, a ding, ding, a ding, a ling, ding. A 10-9 flyer with ward. Bye. Yes. Yes. Now there's one more card that we still haven't seen, you know, do its thing. And I'm talking about the Paladin, the 3-mana 2/2 that makes tokens. I also still think it's worth a slot, and I love the fact that everything's got vigilance. Like we're just like the whole deck is like the anti-Wandering Emperor deck. Just get stuffed. How are we doing for time? 21 minutes in, 22. So I think a couple matches left, hopefully, if this one doesn't go too long. But I think I've done a fair job of showcasing this deck's potential, guys. Please, let's like work on it. Let's flesh this idea out. Figure out what the dead cards are. Maybe this Invasion of Belenon is not really worth it. Beg your pardon. But nice that we have it in hand now, so we can definitely go 2 and 3. I reckon that's going to be my line here. Black? Just plain black? Or is it going to be black and blue? Plain black so far. Iron Crag. Friggin' craggin', mate. Just get another 2-drop next turn. We can double drop and tap this guy after attacking. But I get a sneaking suspicion he's about to take one for the team. Yeah. Like a 3-drop that dies to cut down is probably just not a good idea. But so we'll just have to... Ooh, okay. We even found the freaking... That sucks, huh? Oh, yes, please. Please pay 4. I guess he's trying to go for the new Planeswalker. What's his name? This could be sweeper time. You know. Freaking, what's his face? Gix. Cruelty of Gix. No, Gix's command, I beg your pardon. Ah. We got a Soaring. Soaring in the house.
You deal with this annoyance.
Surely you want to cut down my Zhalfir commander, Marshal man? I'm freaking out, man. Okay, that's better. Oh, we be flooding lately, like quite significantly. Is it time to start saving up for, you know, growing our guys big enough to try and do something about this freaking situation? The amount of removal in this format is insane, mate. Watch him have another go for the throat. Oh, okay. It's not looking good. Must tell you. Because now he stops losing life.
You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah. Off you go. Good, good, good. I guess, kind of. Could have proliferated after I played this. Woo! This match is not going to be as easy as the previous ones, I don't think. I have a bad feeling about this. However, we do have some answers. We need Fateful Absence. We need, you know, some flying action would be pretty fantastic. Ay, ay, ay. Ah, we're dead. We be dead, man. We be dead, man. Whoops. What was that?
You will serve me well.
What? What just happened? What? Dude, you had me. You had me 100%. You were going to destroy me. Look at this board state. Why would you quit? I have 2 little pathetic tokens against your 4 flying, growing... Hey, man, I'll take it. I didn't even have a good top deck there. That was... I mean, okay, cool. I did kind of ask for a Fateful Absence. What will we have done? Get rid of Ashiok and then what? Like... Stoked. Hey, but a win's a win. I'll always take a win. That's for sure. And that also means we get to play another match, so pretty happy. Wow, opponent. Sometimes, like, really should just, like, not concede until the last minute. You never know. Maybe the opponent just concedes without having any real reason to concede. And then you get a free victory. 28 minutes in. Perfect. Final match. It's end on a win. Nice clickbaity title. I can see it now. 100% win rate. Azorius Knights. Undefeated upper diamond. No, but seriously. Like, why is no one doing this? Like, there's so many cool knight cards. I haven't even, like, really scratched the surface. Another fantastic hand. This Ambitious Farmhand was the best decision ever. Because it's just like, I see these 2-land hands with like 3 and 4 drops and whatnot, and I'm like, ugh. But then I just, oh yeah, okay, let's play a farmhand. Uh-oh. Got some fairies. Some fairies in the house. That means really lame counter spells and really, really strong hand hate spell. There it is. Ah, can you imagine this card, man? Like, it's probably the strongest card in the fairy deck. Is this damn thing? Yeah, you decide, mate. I would be hard pressed to decide myself what I would choose here, because that is a hand that I'm showing you, or that I revealed. That's one hell of a hand. Ah, bugger. Kind of, that was probably what I would have preferred to play right now, but fine. We'll probably just go... Or maybe we'll top deck another. Oh my. Kidding me? Are you kidding me? absolute ass. Alright, well, cool. Double ego drain in the freaking opening hand, you absolute asshole. I don't have the Ward 2 available, so I'll just let that through. Okay. Really? Sure, man. Imagine he has like spell pierce or something. No. Cool. I kind of need to try this the fairy thing, but I don't know. I just beat it so often. It doesn't look to be incredible yet, or like if it'll ever be. Probably mostly just a limited thing.
The system captivates everything. Our eyes are everywhere.
Cool. I guess we could have just swung and held up to make this appear, but what else? You can untap this one. Got Ward 2, right? So we can Fateful Absence it, but when I see Kaito in the fairy deck, I'm thinking probably Shieldred is a card that they have. The fairy. Untap one of them. Okay.
I'm used to being uninvited.
Yeah, we'll lose one for sure. You can untap this one and block. This one he can't untap, but he'll probably be able to untap this one and have a spell. So I'm trying to... He might even want to keep the 2 mana for drawing, no? Okay, sweet. Now we, you know, that still kind of sucks, I must say. It's really not an ideal sitch, because now Tef here is going to take one for the team. Maybe has an edict. No?
I've still got some fight in me.
Okay.
Don't worry. I have a backup plan. You can't beat Zhalfir and Ascari.
Are you willing to accept a trade, my friend? Cool. Thanks for the 3 points of damage. Still would love, like, to be able to double cast. And that poor Xerex here doesn't die. That would be ideal. Two cards drawn though. Oof. See, but like this fairy deck just relies too much on like non-fairies to be actually good. You can bet your bottom dollar there's shield reds in this pile. You utter ass. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Bruh. Just insane, honestly. Impossible to keep a creature on the board against black in this format. Like, it's just not happening. So I guess we've arrived at the point where we're trying to... nothing. We're just dead. Yeah. Oh, dang it. My clickbaity title. Man. There she blows. What did I tell ya? Nice. Well played, opponent. Well played. Well piloted. That was nice. Like, welcome into Diamond 2 by getting your ass handed to you by a Shieldred. And how are we doing for time? Okay. Now it's the final match. I can't end it like that. Although I could just lose now and that'll really suck. Ooh, love it when I find cash in my pockets. It's been in my been through the laundry a couple times. Ivgam Magvi. Ivgam Magvi. No, that is a crappy hand, mate. Utter trash. Not that much better, truly. But, hey. Ooh. Selesnya. Artifacts. I've been loving it. Honestly, really, like, amazing how much fun I've been having with, yeah. Here comes, probably... Okay, no. I was expecting the, it's like a worm. The wormlet. Teething wormlet. Night, human, yeah. Double cast, trigger the dude. Nice. Doink. Okay. Our opponent's also having a little bit of trouble with mana, and that's just fantastico. One. Two. apply maximum pressure. We'll also be able to flip these farmhands all next turn. And then they'll get the bonus from the Marshal. Okay. Yes. Nice. Interesting. Why, hello. It's not. I mean, with flooding quite significantly, might even be able to trim a land or two here. Like, oh. Bunny corn. Heavy days. But yeah. The fact that we can use the Marshal to tap Archivist and just swing, I think will be a very good turn. Next turn. Really? Really? Abso-freaking-lutely, mate. Okay. These cost 3. I think we're doing 1. And then we are doing this. These 4/4s are so juicy. Top. Probably a land. Would be my guess. Ah. One more treasure. What can you do? Coming in hot. Oof. Juicy hits, but now I think we can just win, no? So I want to keep 2 available. So 4. Up. Close. Yes. And 1, 2, 3 blockers left. That should do it. He has to block Adeline, has to block one of the 4/4s, another one of the 4/4s. And we get through for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's exactly spot on. I mean, poor guy had 2 lands, right? But I still feel like that was pretty freaking nice. And again, just highlighting the seasoned Cathar in this deck. MVP. Fantastic. Guys, I'm so happy. That was a really cool little run. 1 defeat in total, and it was close. I felt like Knights just had a pretty good showing there. I want to jump into some stats. I haven't actually looked at the stats yet for this deck. I only just crafted it up, so I got to quickly grab my window capture over here. Boop. Full screen. 5-1. There you go. Hey. Been, you know, going through some versions. Made a few little adjustments, but that's a good, very small sample size, but that's a very good initial showing. I'm very, very happy with that. So I'm going to keep working on it. Of course, make it visible for you guys. As you know, the links to all of the places where I share this stuff will always be down there in the video for you guys to go, you know, in the description for you guys to go copy and enjoy. Jumping back into the deck with some final thoughts. Honestly, like, Adeline is so damn good that we may just need to actually cut this Belenon, but I'll just leave it in the final version of the deck for, like, some spice. But this could probably make the cut, you know, just get cut and go for more Adelines or another one of these Strobe-Knights. I feel like this is a pretty sweet-ass little card. We saw it working to full potential there in the final match. But yeah, the new Knight stuff, namely the Virtue and the Bodyguard, 2 thumbs up. Does it help elevate this deck to, you know, somewhere in contention for the upper tiers in the meta? I personally think so. We also got to saw, you know, the Vertex Paladin in one of those games really popping off. That's it, man. I have nothing left to add other than thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.
Woo!